Spain never had veto power here. There is no one EU country of the EU 27 that completely derailed this divorce deal that EU leaders are going to be voting on tomorrow. But with that being said, it was still very important for the European Commission that there be EU unity on this issue. They want to show that there's a very strong front here. So about an hour ago, European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker sent out a tweet saying, "I just spoke to Prime Minister Sanchez. Solidarity, determination, and dialogue are the European way of finding solutions." So it looks like during that afternoon phone call, Prime Minister Sanchez gave the green light. He said he's happy now with the deal and the compromise made with the UK government. So no surprises. It should be a pretty easy summit tomorrow. Also do want to stress that the UK government has released a statement saying that both the UK and Spain were holding bilateral talks in the past hours and days. Quote, "These were constructive talks and we look forward to talking the same way to the future relationship." So that's the key here, that phrase, "we look forward to taking the same approach." The reason Spain put up this last minute, this very last second objection is they want to make sure any future UK-EU trade deal doesn't just automatically apply to Gibraltar. So that was the objection. Now the UK is saying, okay, we will make sure that whatever trade deal we work out with the EU, we will go straight to Madrid and we'll make sure that Madrid will give the green light to that agreement as well.
OK, so you say Sunday's summit should be an easy one. You say Pedro Sanchez is happy with the deal. But, well, of course, happy is a relative term, isn't it? Because the EU really doesn't want the UK to leave the bloc of 28 member nations. But do you see tomorrow as really being the final step as far as the EU is concerned? Whatever else happens back in the UK, this is the beginning of the end of the negotiation for the EU.
You know, I would say right now that's too hard to tell, and that's because we're still in uncharted waters here. So what you just alluded to is that even though this may be a rubber-stamped summit tomorrow, this still has to be approved by the UK House of Commons. And there's some signals from across the channel that this is going to be a very tough sell for Theresa May. She may not have the votes in Parliament, in the House of Commons, to get the green light there. Well, what if that happens? What is Brussels going to do? And honestly, we don't know. Is the Commission going to say, okay, well, we'll renegotiate? Or on March 29th of next year, Brexit Day, is the EU just going to, is the UK just going to crash out of the EU? Sorry, confusing those acronyms there, without a deal. And we simply don't know because, keep in mind, this is the very first time a country is leaving the bloc. There's been plenty of times where countries have been added into the bloc, but never an exit before. So really, no idea what the answer is to that question yet.